Welcome back everyone, and this is your full body restorative yoga practice, deep tissue release today. Before we will dive to our longer holds today, approximately 1.5 minutes for each asana on each side, let's begin with a quick yoga warm-up. Let's wake up our body. So go ahead and put your hands on top on your knees, and we begin with a cat and cow on our kneeling position. Continue to move forward and back, guys. You don't have to try to fit your breath into your movements. Just move freely and easily with a full range of motion. On the way up, expand your ribcage, and on the way back, scoop your belly in. Draw your belly towards your lower back, and with time, try to expand your movements a little bit bigger, wider, and maybe even faster. So we wake up our lower back, our shoulders, our arms, and our heart. And let's do it just for a couple more times on each direction. And one more, guys. Go ahead and open up with me and hold this. We're not holding the breath, but we're holding the form. Close your eyes, expand with the heart, set a loving, nurturing intention for this practice. And keep your eyes closed and go ahead. Take your belly in towards your lower back. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Relax your neck. Inhalation, exhalation. And let's go ahead and open up, guys, our knees wider. If that's bothering your feet, just sit however your body is comfortable to sit. Let's reach arms all the way up, my friends. And we're gonna go for the few dynamic lateral bends, again, to wake up our lower back, to wake up our heart, which is very important, and set the tone for this practice. So as I said, this is a deep tissue release today, and we're going to be holding our asanas approximately for 1.5 minutes for each side in each asana. But if you have to come out earlier, please do, and go to your child pose, rest, recover, and maybe come back even. All right, guys, let's do just a few more. Inhalation, exhalation, nice and long arm all the way above, in and out. And let's make our transfer right after this one all the way to our kneeling position. Go ahead and set your wrist, elbow, shoulder, one on top of another, and we're gonna give it a few more extra warming up movements in a cat and cow flow, just to make sure that the body is warm and ready to slow down and hold those asanas for longer period of time. All right, give me one more like this. Good quality range of motion. And final warm-up flow. Go ahead and sit into your heels and come up and flow to the front, to the cobra or upward facing dog, or even, guys, your sphinx on your elbows if you have to. Let's flow just a few more extra flows up and down. Don't hurry up, guys. Just make your body feel good, feel spacious, feel warm. And again, and if you have to, come out earlier from those asanas, earlier than 1.5 minutes, please do, guys. You can always rest, recover, massage your legs and arms and your back, and then come back. Last one. Let's hold it all the way up and open. Shoulders, guys, up, back and down. Reach, lengthening, and expand. That's awesome. Come on back, guys, on your kneeling position. And your first longer hold asana today is going to be your deer pose. So the farther your feet off the base, the more challenging it is. Make sure you sit nice and leveled, and go ahead, guys, and dive with me all the way down. I'm going to guide you through those holds. You don't have to go nice and deep right away. Give your body some time to get there. If you can, put your hands up front and put your forehead on top on your hands. You can also use that pillow or the blocks for this practice, which gonna make it much more feeling better. Close your eyes, guys, And we begin this first hold by releasing all the tension in our body. As we know, tension just breeds the tension. It brings more tension, it brings more discomfort. We don't want that, so we definitely let all that tension go. And as we hold in this first asana, we're letting our body know that we're safe. There is no comparison, no judgment, especially to ourselves. Just take it as is, with sensation of curiosity to explore, to learn, to feel more, to connect with our body. And let's take another deep breath in through the nose. On exhalation, guys, rise up just a little bit and dive back down for a few more breaths to hold. Taking a deep breath in, taking a good quality exhalation, feeling that hip opening, the lower back, the shoulders melting. Let's slowly come on back up. Very nice, everybody. And let's switch our sides. We're gonna go for the deer pose from the other side. And again, you don't have to go, guys, super deep. You can stay still on your forearms, right? Taking a deep breath in, and on exhalation, of course, we're folding forward through the hip flexor. And again, stay right up here. Put your forehead on your fist, on your block, or even on your pillow if you have some handy. Our goal is here not to go deep, but stay on the level where it's comfortable and the tension goes away, melting away in a healthy manner. Taking a deep breath in and a good quality exhalation. Again, it might not happen right away. You might need to rise up a few times and then dive deep down again. Taking your time, guys. Inhalation and exhalation. Your body is safe. Do not hurry up to come up. For this time, we're just rising up a little bit, and then we're folding forward for an extra few inhalations and exhalations. And of course, guys, if you need to readjust the form, move your feet, move your knees, move forward and back, please do it. So let's slowly start to come back up. Take your time. Beautiful. And we will gently move towards our seated position with the both legs extended. In our next longer hold asana for deep tissue release, we're gonna go for the simple seated forward fold. If you are a beginner and you have back injuries, go ahead and bend your knees, guys, and you can practice your caterpillar just right there. Everyone, let's first, before we dive, let's take and pick up our glutes, pull them out a little bit, and just remember, you can always come out from the asana anytime you have to. Get reach all the way with that heart, and we fold in just like a book, all the way. Take your time. Inhalation, and on exhalation, folding forward for the longer hold. Again, bend your knees if you have to, and rise up and fold back down as many times as you have to. With time, the tension in the legs and the back must go away. If it's just growing tension, which becoming a discomfort or even a pain, it's really prudent to leave the asana, to modify it. Just as I told you, simply bend your knees. but we're holding it together and we're lengthening with every exhalation. We find a little bit more comfortable place to be. You could put the pillow all the way underneath your forehead or underneath your chest to make it more comfortable, or you can hold it as is. Let's rise up together a little bit longer. Try to feel, guys, that long extension from the tailbone to the top of your head, and then dive down for just another breath or two. Let the tension completely melt away and leave your body. On exhalation, let's slowly rise back up, and we will take our one foot, pull it up. It doesn't have to be all the way close to the sit bone, just whatever your body feels comfortable to stay stable right up here. So what we don't want to do, we don't want to sit on one side, so I want you to adjust yourself a little bit, and we're going to fold forward, guys. Not everyone will be able to fold all the way forward, so what I want you to do is just to hold it up here and maybe gently allow your body to melt deeper down. So again, make sure that you sit in equally on both sit bones, and we start our longer hold right now in a basic forward fold Maharishi pose. Continue to rise up for a few times before you will find this comfortable place. Inhalation, exhalation, everybody, and let's this time focus on that inner self connection. Close your eyes. If your eyes constantly getting open, that's okay. It's just a little bit too much for it, and we not get used to be with ourselves in the quietness. So just listen to my voice and continue to dive deeper down into yourself. Maybe you can hear your heartbeat, and maybe you start to hear your own breathing. Maybe both. Taking a deeper inhalation and observing your exhalation, step by step, second by second, feeling that exhalation floating through your organs, your throat, your nose. And it's time for us to return back up with a clear and quiet mind. Coming back, and we're simply going to switch our legs for this one. So go ahead and pull, guys, your glutes out one more time. Pull that other foot closer, and before we dive, we definitely want to do it with the long extended back. So you don't have to dive all the way through. Definitely observe differences between right and left side, and we slowly, gently, on exhalation only, folding forward, my friends. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Try to level your shoulders, close your eyes, and listen to your breath. Take a second to feel your feet on the floor. Take a second to feel your hands touching your lap. Take a second to look inside and ask yourself a question. Am I being present right now? Am I being here and now? It can be very challenging for mind to stay still. It's a mind job to chatter, to plan, to look in the past, to look in the future. compare, but we have that unique human being ability to slow down the chatter and just accept and acknowledge it. It's great that the mind is working, but we can just observe it without judgment. Let's give it a few more extra inhalations. Maybe you will rise up again one more time and fold back down with me. Taking another inhalation and on exhalation, guys, let's come out slowly, and we're going to make our transition to our knees. We're going to be working on our wrist in Virasana. Now, if you can sit in your Virasana, all you have to do is to put the pillow or the blocks underneath your sit bones, and that should help you a lot. If you're not working on your wrist at all with me, all you have to do is just to put your hands up front of your heart. And if you're joining me for Virasana in simultaneous wrist stretches, go ahead and put your hands slightly backwards on the side, shoulder blades connecting, chest falling through your shoulders. Close your eyes, guys, and continue to fold forward just gently. Give your body that little tilt. And again, we're breathing calmly. We're not trying to beat the records on that flexibility. We're just observing, asking the right questions. And don't hurry up to hear the answers as always. Just let your true self shine through. If you're feeling that you can take your wrist a little bit farther, your hands, and you're ready to fold forward a little bit deeper, that's the way to go. Continue to progress to that forward fold with your hands on the floor. Don't worry about perfection, because that's not what we're doing here. We worked so hard entire week. It's our little present for the body, deep tissue relaxation. And again, Sundays don't have to be lazy days. We don't have to push hard, but staying all day in the bed or in the sofa, it's not good, right? Body needs to move. It doesn't have to be a heavy training, just a gentle walk outside, gentle yoga practice, something to make your heart sink. Come on back, guys. That was a challenging hold. Let's go ahead and gently move forward and back in our Virasana, and then make yourself, guys, to come back out. We're gonna be ready for the gentle pigeon pose. It can be modification, knee is out, almost like a deer pose, but let's stretch that leg first, and then when you're ready, slowly draw it right up front. Extend your back leg. Again, it doesn't have to go all the way straight. You can definitely take that knee out, but if you want to go a little bit deeper, go ahead and tuck that knee under. Let's prepare for this longer hold. Please make sure that you're relaxing your ankles right away. Take a deep breath in, guys, with me. And on exhalation, let that tension in the ankles and knees melt away. Look inside and draw your attention to your hips. Give your hips a deep stretches by simply exhaling through that hip. Look inside and find the strength, connection, unshakable, power within. Not the power as a strength, but the power of human being to conquer, to achieve anything comes our way. The physical power is great, but the ability to slow down, to relax, and to make a right choice without emotions overwhelming, that's a skill, and we practice it every single day to listen, to observe, to ask the right questions. We always want to reward ourselves when we did our right thing, when we had a little challenge conquered. We want to reward ourselves with a kind words of affirmation. Let's slowly start your return, guys. Back up. It was a great hold. Straight that chest, that back, that hip a little bit more up here. And let's go ahead and return back to that kneeling position. Let's stretch that other leg and we will dive together to that longer hold for the pigeon. Go ahead and draw this leg up front. Your back leg doesn't have to curl under, you can keep it right where it is. And let's slowly prepare for the quality gentle hold. So you can stay on your forearms, you can stay even farther up if you have to for beginners. And slowly start to fold forward, my friends, through the hip flexor. Put your forehead on top on your hands, pillow or the blocks, and give yourself a quality exhalation through the hip which is working. No worries, no expectations. Again, just being here, being now, enjoying, taking care of your own body. Again, as we always say, we have only one shelter for the soul. One shelter for the soul. We're not going to get another one, but what we can do, we can take a great care of our body in all aspects, in physical, spiritual, mental. Feed our body great, healthy, nurturing foods, and give our body a good quality physical exercises to keep that body strong, to keep the organs functioning. But the most important thing is within. To feed ourselves with a loving, nurturing words, with a loving, positive, nurturing, productive attitudes towards ourselves and of course towards people around us. Because what comes, goes around, comes around. We receive what we give. So we practice in love and compassion every single day. And sometimes situations can be really challenging to stay calm and loving. But that's a skill. And we keep on practicing the good skills. It's time for us to come back up. And slowly come out back to your tabletop. We have, guys, our Gaukhasana today in a seated wide angle as well. But let's first stretch our body for really good. Extend and expand back to your up dog. Give the hips and back some extra freedom. That's it. It feels so good. And one more time. And once you're ready, guys, let's go ahead and put our one knee on top of another. Take your time to do so. Again, it could be that it's too challenging, then you're going to sit just right up here, which is totally fine. Again, one side can be much different than another. We will consider that as well. If you wish to stay right up here and take your hands up front, you can do so, or take your opposite arm from your knee for your shoulder stretches as well. Make sure you found a comfortable place. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Relaxing your facial expression. Tension in the face. Tension in the eyes. Will reflect in tension in your body. We don't like this, we don't need that. We want the body be free of tension, pains and aches, free of stress, free of anxiety, free of anger and discontent. So holding this Kamukhasana and the hand bind, just let everything go. Let everything, again, what doesn't serve us, just melt away. Go away from our physical, spiritual, and emotional body. It doesn't serve us. And let's slowly undo the arms first. And then we'll go ahead and give our knees a good hug. And let's go ahead and dive to the other side. So take your time, guys. I think my other side gonna be this one. And find yourself with the opposite knee above. If you wish to hold your hands up here, you can, or dive with me for the opposite hand bind. So the top arm, guys, is the opposite to your leg on top. Let's dive in and close our eyes. Don't worry about the perfect asana. Just stay with me. Focus on your breathing. Focus on letting go of any tension left in your body, in your ankles, in your knees, in your shoulders, and most importantly, in our thoughts. Thoughts can be tense. Once we let our thoughts to become flexible, free of anxiety, free of expectations. Healthy expectations are good, but unhealthy one when we constantly worry what if something happens and it hasn't happened yet, it takes us in a state of anxiety. The body doesn't work properly in that state. So we have to calm down, smile, let the tension go. Healthy, positive, loving expectations are great. And let's slowly, guys, take our arms and undo them. Go ahead and undo those legs. We're just gonna give ourselves a final quick seated forward fold in a wide angle. We worked so deep on our hips and lower back. So let's slowly fold forward for just a few extra breaths. Take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. And you don't really have to go far and low, right? Just flow through the hips. Let your body to find the place where it feels right. Maybe not all the time comfortable, maybe not all the time easy, but it feels right. It could feel very challenging, but it still feels right. And let's take another inhalation and another exhalation. Come on up, guys, all the way back to the seated position where we started. Let's go ahead and sweep our feet all the way underneath, taking a deep breath in, lengthening the arms, and on exhalation, just fold forward. Put your forehead on the floor. Look inside. Reinforce that connection, mind, body, and yourself. And come on back up, my friends. Reach all the way up. In through the nose, out through that nose. Bring your both hands up front of the heart as a true sign of the gratitude for everything this life given to us every single day. And namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this restorative deep tissue release practice today. If you're new, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel and enable little bell notification so you never miss your daily workouts with us. Leave me a comments down below. I always read them. I try to respond every single one as much as I can, and it really makes my mornings to read your comments, guys. So rest well, recover well with the rest of this Sunday, and I can't wait to see you all tomorrow.